Hello once again, this is Krill Century with my Let's Play of Champions Online. Don't worry, the black and white is perfectly normal for teleportation. I kind of wish they didn't do that, but I see why they did that special effect. It does have a cool effect, but I kind of wish it was optional. That's all. Still, personal, doesn't really matter, not a big deal. It's just an interesting effect. Alright, now these guys have another attack that can send you flying backwards. So going ahead, there's this one has 10 of these little boxes I gotta collect, so I think I'll continue with the discussion of the defensive passives. So the other two include more regenerative-based mechanics. Regeneration itself, basically, you have a certain amount of healing you get over time. It's a small amount to start with. Every time you take a hit, it will actually increase how fast your regeneration is coming, but it will also have a resistance boost that starts off high and drops off pretty quickly until it's almost not there. And it actually starts off maybe mid to low. It's not that great, but it's something. If you're blocking, however, it will decrease how fast you're regenerating, so it's not so good for that. It does have a pretty fast heal, though, and you can continue to go around in fights and maybe only block the big attacks that you have to and call it good. Oh, yeah. I think that's one of the ones you want to block, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember, though. But yeah, this is one of the guys that you gotta rescue. So, fast enough there, be able to get that done. Oh, yeah, camera bot. That thing he just used is a paralysis with a very weird effect, where your character starts posing randomly as if he's, oh, I'm on camera, let me pose for the camera. Really? I mean, what, am I in a Disney cartoon now? Okay. And that just, can you imagine that working on someone like Batman? I don't think so. I think there's a lot of people who, with more serious characters, that wouldn't really fall for that at all. But whatever. To each their own. So, continuing on though, so the regeneration works that way. Now, it can actually be pretty hard to work out at first the personal force field option, which is the other one. It creates a shield that regenerates over time. The amount of health it regenerates is slower, and it actually has a number of other problems that can go along with it. As you take damage, the regeneration rate decreases quite a bit. However, while blocking, it increases, so it's reverse. It also starts off high between battles and drops down. It only has a certain amount. Once it's down, it can take a bit to get the shielding back up and running unless you get at least something from somewhere. However, it comes to part of the force power set, and force powers include a number of things that stack together to make it more effective, and that's what actually makes it worthwhile. I just freed the other guy, by the way, I didn't mention that the guy I had freed over there was the other part for that mission to free the comic book authors. They're just standing out there. Anyways, so the thing is that, like, for example, your endurance builder has a chance to put up a small endurance shield, which, if you already have a shield, basically it heals it. You also can use the field surge, emergency defense power, or active defense, I guess they call it. That's sort of like an emergency power, to get a massive shield heal and increase your maximum shielding amount for a little bit. Every time you pick up a green healing boost, you'll also restore a portion of your shield, and you'll also get a shield boost from any of the yellow damage resistance boosts, little bottom things you can pick up as you're fighting enemies. And the ones that restore your endurance, blue ones, also have that effect. The block enhancer for force field that comes with that also has the advantage, a specific advantage you can take, to where for a few seconds after you stop blocking, you continue to get a partial effect. Because you're still counted as blocking, it continues to give you the benefits of blocking, including both the endurance recovery, the resistance boost, and, as you may have guessed by now, it helps you to restore your, basically, how much you're regenerating your personal force field. So you can use it with more blocking to get a better boost. And so you can sit there and block for a while just to get your shield out if you are in a pinch. You can also get a single target force field boost, which can act as a nice little small heal, but generally speaking you won't need it. It won't have as much of an impact as you might think. And if you decide to take compassion buff, like I've taken, that shield that shield boost that they give you will actually affect personal force field. It specifically stacks up with your super stats, but at the same time, recovery or presence, whichever is higher, affects healing, which means that will also affect any other sources of shield recovery other than the actual power itself. And I believe there may be another couple of powers mixed in there that come off of that, such as, for example, the endurance builder itself, stacking a specific bonus on you that will give you that shield heal, but also counts as an energy form. And because it counts as an energy form, you get the advantage of being able to use Force Cascade at a dramatically reduced cost, allowing you to use it for a more normal cost instead of a psychotically high cost. So it's actually a very good setup. Endurance is another good super stat to go with it. Needless to say, I've used it a few times. That's how I know so much about it. It is one that requires interaction, and also I like telekinetic superheroes. I do not like how telekinesis itself is produced in this game. So if you want to play a telekinetic, like equivalent might be Jean Grey or from the X-Men, or I think Raven is another character I happen to know of. And I know I don't know a lot of these, but Raven from the Teen Titans in the animated series apparently has something similar to this. I'm going to go ahead and grab that power there, or item there. Oh, I didn't read what it said. Sorry. Actually, I think it'll be under NPC. Anyways, I think she also uses something like that. Those types of telekinetics are going to be using something closer to the force powers, and I'll explain more in a bit. It says, let's see if I can find this. Thank you, Zaragos. You've made scores of comic book collectors very grateful today. If they ever left their mom's basements, I'm sure they would want to shake your hands and thank you for themselves. Yeah, again, don't make fun of your player base. Good job, Zyragos, with Steve and Deanno safe. Legions of overweight, middle-aged, hyper-obsessive, hygienically challenged comic book fans won't have to wait an extra minute for Steve and Deanno's next thrilling issue of Justice Squadron. Again, don't make fun of your player base. It's not the smartest thing, but whatever. A ping-pong ball gun isn't the best weapon, and yet it is Foxbat's weapon of choice. My contacts have informed me that Fox BattleBots and fanatical followers have been spotted in the vicinity. A delivery truck carrying ping-pong balls overturned northwest of the docks, about 3 blocks away. I expect Foxbat's minions will be swarming over this truck for ammunition to arm their Mad Master's strange gun. I have no idea what he's planning, but his brand of mischief usually doesn't mean anything good for the people of Millennium City. Go over there and stop them. Alright, so I'll go ahead and continue and turn this next mission in. So we've got 3 of them in a row to turn in, which is kind of nice. So yeah, that kind of wraps up all the different defensive sets and whatnot, as I kind of went over that. Really nice options there. Now those ones I use a lot because they are based around solo wings. I know those better. See, thank you for taking out the trash, Zaragos. They were taking recruits, you say? We'll have to keep an eye on that out then. Maybe they think they can bolster their numbers while we're dealing with a QLR cleanup, but they'd be wrong. And random stranger. There are some members of the Cobra Lords who are out and about hopped up on steroids, just randomly starting fights. We need to stop them before more members of the Cobra Lords or even other gangs follow them and we are overrun with steroid-induced fighting. Head to the northeast corner of the west side and put these belligerents in their place. And when he says belligerents, he's not just calling them by as an insult or something, or to say, you know, these are just bad guys. They are actually the Cobra Lord belligerents specifically that you're going to want to fight for this mission. By the way, this mission has nearby a lot of people you can rescue if you want to get the specific type of side quest that I'll show you in a minute, so I'll probably end up with at least one of them. So go ahead and take this guy down. The big hulking brute there, that's one of the belligerents. Sometimes they come with 3 health bars as a master villain, sometimes just as a villain, but with a buddy like that. Either way, they're pretty quick to take down. Well, you know, the normal enemies. See, so if I stand here a minute so he can actually talk to me, he'll either disappear, like that, or he'll run up and actually try to talk to me and try to give me a mission. It's a randomly selected mission, and sometimes they're fun, sometimes not so much, but they're there. Alright, so a lot of these guys like this isn't going to give me anything. Oh, except apparently experience. Because now I'm level 12. And why not grab my bonuses from leveling up, if there's anything of use here. Should at least get the specialization. Alright, so ranks and advantages, 1 point won't do me any good. Specialization, I'll go ahead and finish that. So now I've got that full 0.3% boost from every point of offense, which offense isn't very high right now, but it'll be up there later. Talent. Here we go. This is probably the big one for this level. So you had presence, then I grabbed intelligence and presence, and now I'm going to grab the presence and ego, so we can get that one up there. So they got that up there a fair ways. And then I guess we can't do anything else at this level, but we're coming up on some nice levels, so level 14 and 15. So, better boosts here. Now I believe this is one of the guys over here, another belligerent. A lot of them are guarding someone because they are specifically picking fights with these people. But yeah, anywhere where there's someone who's being basically like bullied around, kidnapped, whatever, and you can help them, they will occasionally give you a randomly selected mission. It's more random than anything else. That's all I can say, I guess. Anything? Nope, he's gone. You guys aren't going to try to make a liar out of me, are you? Because that won't work. I could be more stubborn. Anyways, so that being said, I'll probably end up with one. I don't really need to get it now anyways, but I probably will end up with one. It's just one of those missions that tends to generate a lot of them. So don't be surprised if someone randomly runs up and asks you for a mission. In fact, sometimes they'll get you as you're running away. It's kind of funny. Nope, nothing from that one. That's fine by me. So that's a normal enemy. This looks like one of them. Yep. So this guy and one other, and we'll be done with this mission. So that's good to go. There's a lot of power sets in here, so it'll be plenty to talk about. I can't wait to start getting into the actual pet build proper. Now, you notice that you don't really have any pets. So if you wanted a true pet class, sorry, wrong game. It's not that good about it. Yeah. I'm down to one last one. Well, at least I won't get more than the one, at the very least. And that may be for the best. In fact, I would say it is, so I don't have to go running around. Alright, so I don't see any other belligerents around here. I think I'm leaving the effective radius at this point. Is there, yeah, one more belligerent. Alright, good. I can actually skip out on it. I'll get plenty of those missions later, and they will repeat enough to where it's a good chance you'll start to see them repeat, especially the ones outside of Millennium City. They seem to have a little more variety in Millennium City, but they tend to be more interruptive than helpful at this level. That's a personal opinion. But if you want something that just kind of gives you a bit of extra, I don't know, something to do, go ahead. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this mission in before I grab the next one, and that'll also give me a chance to finish things up. I'll go ahead and check for new gear of any use. I could throw out the 6 more lock boxes I've gotten. Let's see, endurance, strength, endurance, dexterity, ego, presence. Okay, how is that going to compare? Lose the cooldown reduction, gain a little bit of cost discount, and instead of 10 points of intelligence, I have 6 points each of ego and presence, which is 12 total, so I'm going to go ahead and equip that. And go ahead and believe I'm going to get another mission from this guy. See, picking random fights in the streets with strangers. Honestly, did they think we'd just let that happen? The streets of Westside are safer now, thanks to you, Zyragos. The MCPD appreciates your help in putting those guys out of commission. Maybe they'll think twice before starting random acts of violence. And, yeah, we got 2 of them. Fight Club and Kung Fu Muscle. Alright, so let's go for Fight Club first. Organized crime boss Frankie Zaretti runs an underground pit fighting ring where high rollers come to bed on superpowered combatants and watch them beat the stuffing out of one another. And more than a few of these underground fighters have been permanently injured during these brutal fights. We've pulled a few bodies from the Detroit River we think are former combatants, but we don't have the evidence to implicate Zaretti. We suspect the information in his computer system but there's a problem. The ring is filled with superpowered thugs my guys can't take down. Can you find the evidence, Aragos? Oh yeah. This used to be set for 5 people. A lot of us did it solo anyways, just because you couldn't get a team that easily then. Now you can do it solo. It's designed to be done solo. The Cult of the Red Banner is a gang that's moved in on West Side's Chinatown district, 2 blocks northeast of the jail. They've recently begun to shake down area merchants, and I'd like to send them a message. MCPD won't stand for that. I'd like you to go over there and give some of those collection agents a shakedown of their own. Not only will it mean the hard-working folks in Chinatown will be able to breathe a little easier, it means their money won't be lining the pockets of the Red Banner anymore. Be careful, though. I hear those collection agents travel in packs, so you might want to take a friend or two with you. They can overwhelm you if you're not careful, but I've never found them to be spectacularly difficult. I am going to go to Fight Club first, but before we actually get into that, a couple of things I need to do. One is I need to actually sell off my items. I've already ran away and no, wait. And then, of course, we're probably going to have to call this video. So, hope you're all having fun out there. Certainly plenty of stuff in this game I can show. Hopefully you'll be able to enjoy it. And for some of you who've played it before, maybe just see someone else's take on the game. For those of you who haven't played it before, you can learn about a new game. If it's still alive, you can always try it out yourself if you're interested. And if not, you can just see a little bit more about some of the various oddball games out there. And some of them are fun, and some of them are, I think this one works out well enough. It's got some problems, but it's well enough. Why do I keep checking that? Habits. Bad habits. I don't know, I'm just like running through like, do I have everything? Do I have everything? Anyways, I'll see you next time.